started.
All right. For those who are just in, yeah, for those who are just in, inshallah, we're going to start really soon. Just once again, want to ask you all to please turn on your cameras if you can. We would love to see your faces while all the performances are going on. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead, Shania.
All right. Salam, everyone. I'm Shania, and I am one of the editors of the Ahlul-Bayt Collective. I'm also going to be co-hosting tonight. My co-host Mustafa is here too, but you're going to meet them in a couple of minutes. But before we do, I want to go over a couple of things. So I see a lot of new names and a lot of new faces. So I'm just going to go over like who we are and what we do. So the Ahlul-Bayt Collective is a platform that showcases the creativity and talent within our Muslim community, specifically the lovers of the Ahlul-Bayt. And since we've launched, which hasn't even been a year ago, we have accomplished so much. So we collaborated with Harvard's Shia Affairs to host a short story contest. And for those that don't know, the winners have already been announced, or they've been chosen, but you'll see who won later this year. We did a book club, and we're gonna do it again because that was a lot of fun. And what I'm most excited for, we're launching our very first publication magazine. Our graphics team is doing such a great job, and like the art that you guys submitted to us was beyond breathtaking. And just a little insider scoop, but we interviewed Raza Ali Hassan, who's one of the poets tonight, and he's going to be featured in the magazine when it gets launched. So thank you for doing that. That interview was so much fun. I remember the team was just laughing at, there's one part and it was very humorous. So I do want to say, we are so beyond grateful how far we've come. And honestly, we wouldn't have been able to do that because you guys were supporting us, so thank you guys so much. If you guys have any questions about what we do or more about our organization, anyone with this beautiful background, go ahead and DM us, or there is going to be a QR code that's going to pop in the presentation like sooner or later, and you could scan that. But let's get started. Okay, I'm going to share my screen real quick. Oh no. There we go. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So I do want to go over just a couple rules, I guess. Okay, so just know, please, please, please keep yourselves muted at all times, especially when the hosts and the poets are speaking. But worry not, because our chat is open and I want to see a lot of positive energy, a lot of snapping, okay, in all caps, guys. And I hope that, you know, we can just hype it up in the room as much as possible. I know that Fa mentioned that people in Jersey really know how to hype it up in a room. I don't believe it until I see it, because I'm a diehard Californian and I know that my West Coast folks can also make it as loud or even louder. So I'm excited for that. But do keep it clean in the chat while that's going on. People that are being a little disrespectful, Sana Rizvi and Zara Abbas will possibly cast their wrath. I don't know what that means, but maybe you'll find out. I don't know. And please keep your cameras on. I'd love to see all your beautiful faces while the poets are performing, and I want to see all your reactions. But if you're not comfortable, that's totally fine. But please do. And so I just want to go over just like what's just going to happen today. So for the first hour of the event, we have our 4 beautiful poets that are going to perform. We have Falia Hassan, Ali Raza Hassan, Sarah Ghazal Ali, and Zain Hyderwan. By the way, Falia and Ali, they're not related, but they just happen to have the same last name, but different spelling. The last 30 minutes of the event, we're going to have a quick open mic. And then throughout the event, we're having a charity, but Zara's going to explain what that is.
All right. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. So inshallah, we have 2 charities that we plan on donating for today. The first one is the Eidi Foundation. So the Eidi Foundation is an organization based in Pakistan that provides humanity services in underprivileged socioeconomic communities. This is including but not limited to providing ambulance services, relief aid for refugees, and rehabilitation services. For more information, you can go ahead and visit their website. So that's the first organization or nonprofit organization we plan on donating to. The second, we also plan on donating to the Hazara community. So if you're unaware, the Hazara community is a minority Shia group that are often targeted for their background. Recently, 11 Hazara coal miners were abducted and killed in Pakistan. And protests were being held in multiple cities in Pakistan. So currently, Imamiya medics are taking donations for the Hazara massacre. Emergency aid, you can go ahead and visit their website for more as well. So for donations, inshallah, you can donate to us on PayPal and Venmo. And if you want to go ahead and put that in the chat, but at PayPal, it's just paypal.me at Ahlul-Bayt Collective, or you can Venmo us at Ahlul-Bayt Collective. If you'd like to donate to a specific organization, one of the two, you can always write it in the subject line, which organization you prefer to donate to, but that's not required. You can donate at either one at your discretion. It's totally fine. But yeah, inshallah, I hope that you guys take the time to look into these organizations because they're doing really great stuff, especially in Pakistan. And inshallah, for future events, we can donate to other organizations outside of the US, inside the US, etc. So you want to go ahead with the next slide?
Yeah. Okay, so say if you guys were inspired by today's events and the poets, go ahead and scan this code. I'll give you, while I'm explaining, it's going to take you to a bunch of links, such as like the information on where to donate, which is the PayPal link. But the first link is going to be information about the poet. So their websites, their socials, where they've been featured, just all that good stuff. So go ahead and scan that and yeah. So I'll give it like 5 more seconds, but I think there's a QR code on the next slide. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay. We are very active on all our social media platforms and our website, which is also in the QR code. So go ahead and message us if you have any questions or if you have any feedback. We're really active on Instagram and emails or Gmail, or you could just message us any questions through the chat. So that is very exciting. Okay, so before we get going, let's stop sharing my screen. Okay, before we get going, Mustafa, my co-host, wanted to share a poem of theirs. Mustafa is a lover of Pokemon who does not believe in birds. Time means nothing to them, and they idolize John the Baptist and Guy Fieri. All right, whenever you're ready, Fa.
Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. So I wanted to start us off tonight as an opener because, you know, in New Jersey slam poetry culture, we always start with an opener. And because we're really competitive and we're really loud, we just like to start with someone to set the bar. So let's hope I said it high. Anyway, this is a poem. It's actually the first slam poem I wrote some years ago. And I decided to do it mainly because I didn't write anything new, and this is the only thing I have that's PG enough to present. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, this is called, oh wait, also, yes. Again, in New Jersey, we're very loud people. And I'm also Pakistani, so I'm double the loud, okay? And since we can't snap and clap and make noise like we do in an actual auditorium, you can clap react, you can send a thumbs up, you can send whatever. If someone's saying something that really speaks to you, you love it, give me a snap in the chat. A little snap action, maybe a clap. You know what it is. Okay. Anyway, here's faith and worship. Islam says that heaven lies at the feet of one's mother. What if my heaven lies at the feet of another? What if I don't have a mom? What if I worship the dust on another woman's feet? What if it can't be my mom because we never got to meet? What if I have no one to extol because mom has been dead since I was just a year old, and somewhere in Texas is the shattered skeleton of a Subaru after it rolled 16 times into a scenic country view, and there's a dead body sitting on top of the morning dew? And I'll always be mad at God because he knew. He pulls our cards and he tells us we drew. What if I don't have a mom? My brother and I barely survived. It's hard to get into, but my nose will always stay a little askew, and my brother will always be out way past curfew, and there's nothing that I can do. That's my invisible scar. And my dad always told me that mom is the sky's brightest star. What if I don't have a mom? For years, I stayed bitter and forlorn, night terrors, panic attacks, all of this scorn, wanting to worship mom's ephemeral star. Sadly, it faded like smoke from one of dad's cigars. Wondering why my house of worship didn't have special protection. I guess that mothers aren't protected by the Geneva Convention, but God knew that what happened to me was baneful. So from heaven, he sent me two guardian angels. To my grandmother and my aunt, I'll always be faithful. And I don't know how to say I love you directly, so I'll send you this poem. Please watch it or read it intently. I worship the very ground that you walk on. You both who have given me my brains and my brawn, I'll never be able to thank you enough, for you have given your lives for someone caught in the rough. It took so long to see. The world has blessed me with two mothers, and I love them both. That's it. Thank you.
Guys, snap, snap, snap. Holy crap, font. Wow, sorry for my language. That was so beautiful. And thank you for setting the bar high. Wow. Okay, I have no words, but there's a lot of the chat's going wild right now. There's a lot of snapping, a lot of applause. Someone said you're a king. I don't disagree. That's amazing. I just know we're gonna have fun tonight, guys. This was good. Okay, now we're gonna go to our very first poet of the night.